Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about love and hip hop Huntsville. When I tell you, it was so much chaos happening when they were at that park. Listen, I tried my hardest to dissect, I paid close attention to, I had to keep rewinding. And it was a lot of bleeping because Martell was doing a whole bunch of cursing. That's the only thing. That's I don't mind people. I love when the girls get cursed out. I don't mind somebody getting cursed out. But the downside, especially if they don't have a backup, like sometimes on the housewife shows, they'll put the uncensored version on Peacock. So you can hear everything without the bleeping. Martell was cursing so much, it was hard to understand what was being said because they kept bleeping him out. So I tried to get as much as I could, but it was a lot of bleep. Those who watch the show, they know what I'm talking about. If you don't watch it, you wouldn't know, but it was a lot of bleeping. And it was to the point where I was getting like irritated. Um, so when I tell y'all that Martell was putting on a show, when I tell you Martell was cutting up, I'm talking about cutting up all the way up. I said, "Oh my God." It got to the point, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. My favorite thing to say is, "Girl, we are too old to be fighting." But I also understand how somebody can, lose control and girl go up somebody's skull. I don't know how, girl. I was talking to my sister, and I was telling my sister, I'm just happy that there was not any drinking, because if there was any type of alcohol involved, whether it was 11%, or whether it was 11% white Zinfandel, honey, a little, prosecco, girl, especially not no Hennessy, not none of that gasoline, because if they was putting that gasoline, girl, that fire girl, in their body, that tequila, Hennessy, girl, vodka, gin, honey, girl, that would have tore that park up. Girl, we just gonna talk. I have so much to say. I don't even know where to start at. The first thing I put is, this is a mess. Okay. It sounded like at one point Martell was saying that he and Marceau ran a train on somebody. I'm telling y'all, this is what I was trying to figure out. And I heard Marceau say, "We've never messed with a girl together." It sounded like Martell said after he got done with a girl, Martell went in right after him. Can I say something? I am about to sound like a straight man. Sometimes I got my straight ways. Okay, just trifling. Trifling, no good, low down, dirty. Oh, I'm about to say something that's about to sound real trifling. Okay? And I don't need nobody telling me it sounds trifling, because I know it sounds trifling. Everybody out here doing dirt, right? Do I think that Martell was the only one in this friend group, girl, that was doing dirt? Absolutely not. Okay? I think they was all doing dirt. Do I know for a fact that everybody was doing dirt? No. Do we know for a fact that Martell was doing dirt? We know for a fact. Because one, the wife said it, the ex-wife, Melody said it. Martell has said it. The side chick has said it. And the baby, he ain't said it, but we know because of the baby that was created while he was still married to Melody. So we know for a fact Martell cheats. I do think it's messed up that Martell got caught up and now he's trying to take everybody else down with him. You didn't choose the right side chick. And that's just what it is. Everybody else did. See, what Martell messed up at was that he chose somebody who was, because Ariana's bad, right? The baby mama. She bad. I give it to her. She's a bad girl. Now, you know, her elevator, you know, she's good. When she did that interview with Tasha K, you know, because this is my thing. I was never necessarily defending Ariana. I just felt like the way we know that for these men to move, you have to kind of give her the benefit of the doubt until you hear her. And once I heard her, God said, Ariana girl, you is slow. Okay. But anyway, so where Martell messed up is he chose the wrong side chick. Martell chose the wrong side chick. Marceau, do I think he has cheated on Tisha? I do. But do I know for a fact? No, I don't. Has anyone come forward? Nobody has come forward. And that is the fact. Okay? Do I think that Maurice was out here, girl, with a linebacker or two? I absolutely do. But has somebody come forward? No. But if you listen to Kiowa, Kimmy was a side chick. And if you listen to Kimmy, no shade, I know I'm going for my girl Kimmy. But I felt like Kimmy let something slip when she said when she was taking her son to get his hair cut when Maurice was a barber. And I said, well, was he with Cotton? So you saw him and you, okay. So Kimmy kind of low-key told on herself a little bit too. I felt like the timeline wasn't timelining. Martell, I said this when I started watching the show, and I still stand by it. I really felt like Martell and Melody, at one point, their house was on fire, and they wanted to light a match and set everyone else's house on fire. I really do believe that. And I even feel to this day, they both have it out to let everybody know that y'all men ain't no good too. But it was all good in the hood at first when you felt like you had hit the jackpot. But once you found out your nickel was an ancient nickel, Miss Melody, now you want everybody else, man, to be looked at as an ancient nickel. And they might be. But what I'm saying is with them being on this reality show, ain't no bitch come forward. At least I haven't heard of one. So now Martell is upset at the world because he didn't have the self-control to keep his penis in his pants, them tight ass pants, matter of fact. And because he lost his family, now he want to take everybody else down. I don't like that. I don't like that. Y'all was all out here doing dirt. You should have chose the right side, bitch. You chose the wrong one. You should have chose someone who had just as much to lose as you. If Marceau was out here cheating on Tisha, whoever he cheating with probably got a husband and young kids. Or either they paid her off. Whatever happened, she ain't came forward. That's all I'm saying. Y'all all doing dirt. But you forgot to wipe your feet off when you walked in your house, Martell. Marceau and Maurice and all the other niggas, they took their shoes off in the car and put some new ones on and walked in the house. Their house didn't get dirty. Yours did, and now you're mad about it. That ain't nobody fault but your own, Martell. And now you're trying to take everybody down with you, and I don't like that. No, okay, now. That's my little straight nigga talk for the night. This is gonna be a long review. Okay. Martell then brings Letitia into it. Okay. Y'all know I got a little soft spot for Letitia. And so I started thinking, Martell really sat up there and tried to pull Letitia's Girl, whole card. Girl, he set up that and started. I think he was saying that Letitia had sex with a guy in college, and he saw it, and he could have been next, but he didn't. It was a lot. I'm telling y'all, this scene was so chaotic. I couldn't hear everything. Girl, Martell should have got popped in his face. At one point, I was looking at Marceau like, I know you're not gonna let that nigga sit there and talk about your wife like that. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there looking. If I was Letitia, I would have been pissed off at Martell, but I damn sure would have been pissed off at my husband. Girl, you gonna let this nigga sit here and talk to me like this? Girl, now that should have been some furniture moving. It should have been some furniture moving outside. But them tables should have been on the other side of the park. I said, girl, they must have really they must have really set them down and said we cannot fight. I get it because this is still a job. This is still a job, right? Nobody can fight at work. It's not your regular job, but it's still a job. I said they must have told them the girl, y'all cannot be down here fighting. Because the last time, because they even got even towards the end of the scene, they were still like talking to each other, like close to each other's face. I'm like, oh girl, somebody about to pop somebody. I don't like the way he was talking. I don't like the fact that he brought Tisha into it. I just don't. I'm gonna go ahead and say I know some of y'all don't like Tisha, and maybe I am moving the line because they've all had some. And see, this is why I will say I might be moving the line. They've all had something to say about Martell and his cheatation, right? So I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if they can talk about who Martell done had sex with, then I guess Martell can talk about who they done had sex with too. But I just felt like I just felt like it was team too much. I feel like that was team too much. I feel like Martell was doing a lot. And I felt like in that moment, Marceau was not doing what y'all said a husband is supposed to do, which was protect his wife. And I'm not, and on some real shit, not even just get physical, but girl, as soon as Martell should have started talking reckless, girl, you should have removed you and Tisha from that situation. Girl, you really out here you really, Martell was really on the TV talking about some nigga who Tisha fucked in college in front of everybody. Girl, what? And you sitting here still going back and forth with this nigga. I see why Kimmy was frustrated because it's like, girl, now Tisha catching strays because you want to sit here and argue with the nigga and try to prove a point. And even when it's all said and done, y'all taking it now to the parking lot still talking about it. I probably would have been more pissed off at my husband than Martell. I don't expect nothing from that nigga. I guess I shouldn't expect nothing from you either. Quiet as it's kept. Martell was doing too much. I'm sorry, Martell was doing too much. I didn't like that, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. That was too much to me. I don't care. That was too much. That was too much. I get it. Somebody gonna say, well, if they can talk about Martell and his sex capades, then girl, I guess everybody else is up for grabs. I still don't like it though. I ain't changing my mind about it. I might change my mind. I don't know. Anyways, when I tell you Martell started reading Marceau, I said, oh girl, he was low key reading. Girl, he told Marceau. He basically told Marceau. He basically told Marceau that you was a fat, ugly, bad, built, bottom of the barrel type of nigga. I said, my God, today. Girl, he said you fat, you're ugly, and you was uglier back in the day, and you the bottom of the barrel. I said, what in the? Girl, I said, where? When I tell you Martell was reckless with his mouth, girl, when I tell you Martell was when I said, girl, I don't know if somebody came and told Martell you gonna have to give us something or you getting cut from the show. Because when I tell you the way Martell was cutting up this episode, Martell didn't give a damn. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for me, I was in here watching it like, girl, with my mouth half wide open. But girl, if I were Letitia, girl, I would be livid. I would be, girl. Destiny, she ends up leaving after she done started all this shit. Girl, Destiny started this shit. Let's just call a thing a thing. We know when it comes to these reality shows, the question game is never a game. It's a shit starter. Whenever you hear the girls on any reality show start talking about ask them ask some questions, girl, it's not gonna be fun. Okay, you better get ready to read. I'm telling you, girl. If once you hear somebody start talking about let's ask them, I can't even talk. Once you hear somebody say let's ask some questions, you better get ready to read, because that's what it's about to turn a read match. Because that's the only thing that happened. And after she started all that shit, she left. Now, Destiny is not responsible for what people say and what people do, right? She's responsible for starting that messy ass game, but she's not responsible for what came out of those grown ass folks' mouths. I put Marcel and Martell are both wrong. Martell was wrong because he was just a plumb fool. Watching it, I was entertained in a way, but I also felt like Martell is doing a lot. Marcel was wrong because he kept entertaining Martell. And now your wife is getting hit with these strays. And because you want to try to win the argument, like, girl, he dragging your wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, somebody gonna have to bow out of the argument. Because Martell don't have nothing to lose at this point. At all. I don't even know how this show is going to continue because I'm with Marceau. Like, at this point, we've reached a point of no return. Like, we can't be cool after this. Like, it's one thing for you to come after me, but now you're coming after my wife. Like, I can't be cool with you. We cannot be friends. Like, there's no sitting down and having a beer and talking this out. No, I don't fuck with you and you don't fuck with me. Martell. Does Martell have proof? I'm with Maurice. I think. Listen, you know, one thing we know for a fact, Martell is a liar. We know that to be facts. I don't know in this. I just feel like in this situation, there's no way that Martell could have information and him not use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he has enough restraint to keep a hold of the hot piping tea, right? We 9 seasons in. Technically, what, like 6 or 7? Well, they say 9, but we're 9 seasons in. If Martell really had some tea, he would have revealed it right then and there. Because that was a perfect moment. Because now y'all both throwing slugs at each other about who's the biggest ain't shit nigga. Well, I can show you who's the biggest ain't shit nigga is right here. Matter of fact, I'm about to airdrop it to everybody. Everybody, check your phones. Hello. That's what I would have did. Hold on, let me show you what I would have did, just like that. This if you want to, what you should have did, Martell. If you was gonna make the shit really hit the fan, this is what you should have did. Matter of fact, I can show y'all better than I can tell y'all. Everybody, check your phones right now. Did y'all get that? I'm going to send it again just in case you didn't get it. Everybody, check your phones right now. That's all you would have heard. You would have heard. That's if you're gonna break up the scene, Martell, break up the motherfucking scene. If you're gonna tell the T, tell it. Hell, y'all already there. Y'all talk. You done brought the wife into it now. You might as well go ahead and tell us what you got on your phone. Shit. You done said you saw Tisha getting fucked. Or whatever he said. You done said that girl, you and Marceau was running a train on some bitch. Go ahead and tell the rest. Don't stop now, nigga. Tell us everything else. Shit. Anyways, Marceau and Letitia. Girl. Girl. I said, I don't know why they edited this episode the way that they did. I said, oh, poor Tisha. Tisha looked foolish to me. My head itched. I mean, my forehead was itching. Sorry. Tisha looked like an absolute fool to me. Girl, how do y'all go from talking about cheating, having sex with other people, to now you in a jewelry store, girl, trying to get this nigga to buy a wedding band? Tell us your nigga cheating without telling us your nigga cheating. Now this, I was like, okay, girl, we still don't know if Marceau is cheating for a fact, but I just thought it was weird that now, as soon as the scene ends, with all the chaos and confusion that happened, that now Letitia is at the jewelry store talking about he needs to get a band so people can stop testing our marriage. Honey, Kim Zolciak told y'all the ring don't mean a thing. I don't know why Tisha let Marceau still play in her motherfucking face. Tisha, why do you let Marceau still play in your motherfucking face? One time Marceau was playing in that lady's face in that jewelry store. Playing right in her face. Right there in the middle of the jewelry store. Girl. Let's talk about it. Marceau basically says that, girl, when Letitia wears her ring, it represents the both of us. There's no one walking around that doesn't know that I'm married. You can look at me, girl. Marriage don't have a look. Nigga. Okay. Believe it or not, it was a couple of girls I worked with at Nordstrom that thought I was straight. I said straight? Girl, please. I like niggas. This one black girl told me she thought I was straight. Because one day I was talking to this one white girl too. It was a white girl. She moved to New York. She was real cool. She was a makeup artist. And we were talking one day, and I said something about he cute. I think she was cleaning her brushes or something, and she stopped. She said, "You're gay?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I thought you were straight." I was like, "No." I was like, "Why would you think that?" And she was like, "I just thought that you were always happy, but I just thought that you were straight." Girl, no, baby, I'm gay as fuck. Oh, anyway, so girl, honestly, I don't know how I got into that. But girl, marriage don't have a look. Okay, you walking down the street, people just know I'm married. Girl, okay, whatever. He said he feels so they're getting their jewelry cleaned because I think they were going to purchase the ring, and so they're getting the ring cleaned. And so they just said they asked the guy, could he just clean some of their jewelry they already had. And so when he takes his watch off, the guy asked him, did he want to clean his watch? And Martell was like, yeah, cool. Not Martell. I keep saying Martell. Girl, all these niggas are the same, girl. He asked Marceau, did he want to clean his watch? And so Marceau was like, yeah, cool. So he took his watch off and he was like, I feel naked without my watch. And then they started talking about what the ring symbolizes. Girl, listen. The ring don't mean a thing. People will cheat with their rings on, take them motherfuckers off, and sit them on a nightstand. Sit them on a nightstand, baby, girl, and do what they do. Put the ring back on and go back home, right? But we're not gonna sit here and act like when a lot of people get married, they get rings because the ring symbolizes love, loyalty, honesty, dedication to the other person. It lets people know that you are indeed married, right? You're taken off the market. The ring can symbolize a lot of stuff. Now, for some people, the ring don't mean nothing, right? if I ever got married, I'm not a jewelry person. If I ever got married and I decided to wear a ring, girl, I'm just wearing this ring just because. I really don't even want to wear this mother because I don't like stuff on my fingers. You see what I'm saying? So some people just wear the ring just because they said it's what you're supposed to do. Some people really wear the ring because of other reasons, right? This is where Marceau, girl, I said, girl, Tisha, you can't be this slow, Tisha. Marceau said, for him, the ring doesn't symbolize anything. It means obedience. But here we go. I guess that's how their marriage is set up because Tisha, you wear your ring every day. But he don't wear his. But again, he's saying that the ring to him means obedience. So you wear your ring, I'm not wearing mine. But again, I guess this is how their marriage is set up, right? Marceau is the leader, the protector, the head of household, even though he sat right here in this scene and said that Tisha's shoulders are strong. He said Tisha got some man. He pretty much said Tisha got some nigga shoulders. He said Tisha holds us up on her shoulders. I said, well, hell, if she holding you up, then what the fuck is you doing, nigga? Girl. Not the woman holding up the man. Is that how it go? I thought the man's supposed to hold up the woman. The woman hold up the man. So I guess in a way he's saying that she's the neck and he's the head. You know, well, he's saying that she's the neck because the neck hold the head up, right? So I guess that's what he's saying, right? She's the neck and I'm the head. She holds us up on her shoulders. Girl, I don't know, girl. I'm not gonna girl. I'm not holding no big ass nigga up on my shoulders. I suggest y'all don't do the motherfucking same. You know, do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown. They start to talk about Tisha. I mean, they start to talk about, listen, this is what it's basically, the show started to affect Tisha. We have to be honest, y'all, okay? Can we be honest? These reality stars, they are down to Twitter. They're on Instagram. They watch our videos. They see what we say. They see what y'all say too. When y'all be down to the internet, when y'all be down in the comment section, when y'all down to the Twitter, to the blue sky, to the threads, girl, MySpace, Black Planet, Jack, Grindr, wherever y'all having the conversations at, right? My Facebook, they're there and they see the comments. And I can understand how when you got someone like me, you, and we all got some smart ass mouths and we stand strong in our, we stand in our shit, and girl, sometimes our opinions can be very strong. I try not to be mean. Sometimes I am mean, but I try not to be, you know what I'm saying? So I can get how it can start to affect them, right? So Tisha is a human being. I can understand how Tisha coming onto this reality show and the comment section starting to affect Tisha. Now Tisha gonna have to get to a point where she don't even read the comments if it's doing all of that, right? Some people don't give a damn. Some of the girls like Riri. Riri used to be in the comment section getting the girls together. Some of the girls, they skin, girl, they skin is this thick. You know what I'm saying? That some of the girls' skin is this thick. It just depends on how sensitive you are, right? But I also felt that even with Tisha coming down to the comment section, reading the comments or whatever app she was on, I think that Marceau failed Tisha again. And I have said this for seasons. I really think that Marceau was in this fight with the viewers, with the YouTubers, with the viewers / YouTubers. And instead of him making Tisha feel secure in their marriage, I feel like Marceau felt like if I kind of been to Tisha or acknowledge that Tisha could feel this way, then it would be the viewers winning. Even with Marceau not wearing his wedding ring, we know again the ring don't mean a thing. But if you wearing your ring would make your wife feel better, why not just wear the ring? Again, you could still be a trifling, ain't shit nigga with the ring on. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if wearing your ring, something that small that you should already be doing, according to some people, will make your wife feel better and more secure in the marriage, why not just wear the ring? You see what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I just wish that Marceau would have handled. I felt like Marceau didn't handle Tisha the way that he should have handled Tisha by reassuring her on camera that he wasn't this trifling ass nigga. He ain't never cheated on her. Ain't never did X, Y. And maybe he did. Maybe he did, and I just don't remember. But he should have did it as many times as he needed to make sure that Tisha was okay. And I'm standing by it. Okay. Anyways, Mel and Letitia meet up to talk about to talk about the trip, girl. Girl, here we go, girl. All right, here we go. The girl, here they go. Here they go. I'm about to get started. I don't want nobody. Girl, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to me. Oh, when the millimeters go marching in. Oh, when the millimeters come marching in. Oh, how I want to be in that number. Oh, when the millimeters come marching in. Girl, they about to come in, girl. I ain't got no problem with the millimeters, girl. Hey, y'all. Melody is full of shit. Y'all know she full of shit. Melody sat right there on our TV screen and said that she was meeting up with Tisha to talk about the trip and to get the pros and cons. Girl, I ain't heard her mention shit about that trip. She wanted to meet up with Tisha so she could drag Maurice. Girl, that's it. Girl, that's okay. Girl, just say it. She should have just said, I'm meeting up with Tisha so I can find out the tea what's really going on with Maurice. Girl. And no, I don't believe that her meeting up with Kimmy and working out, she was concerned about Kimmy. She wanted the tea then. She wanted to know what time did he get arrested, girl. She wanted the tea. She's trying to cover up her being messy and wanting the tea with concern. And that's not what it is. You're not concerned about the trip. You don't give a damn what they have to say, the pros and cons about the trip. You don't give a damn how Kimmy is doing. You want the tea. And again, I'm okay with that. Just say it. Girl, I don't give a damn about that trip. The trip is over. I want to know what's going on with Maurice. That's why we beating up today. I want to see what she's going to tell me. That's what I would have said in the confessional. Now, I probably would have led off, hey, girl, how you doing? Girl, I ain't seen you since the trip. Did you have a good time? Girl, we drunk a lot, right? We had a lot of drinks. Speaking of drinks, girl, how's Maurice doing? They say he got a DUI, child. That's how she should have went about it. So, anyways, she said, I've been seeing the Scots in social media. I will give Mel this much because it sounds like it was true. Maurice got arrested for a DUI. They say he got out and went right back to partying. I get why Melody is basically saying, I got to be fair. I get why Melody is saying that you can't walk around here on no MLK shit. Because, Maurice does give you politician tea, MLK tea. We got to do better as black people, blah, 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 right? Do the right thing. But if they say, if the story is true, I don't know, I wasn't there, okay? But if they say the story was true that you got a DUI, then you went right back to partying and down to you clearly didn't learn anything because you went right back to doing the same thing. Your black ass just got arrested for 24 hours ago or a few hours ago. Because I think the reason why she was trying to figure out when he got arrested because of him allegedly going right back to partying after he got arrested. So I'm assuming, I think he had been up drinking all night. And I guess he was going home, got arrested, went to jail, and went right back to drinking when he got out of jail. So I think that's why Melody was focused on when did he drink, or what time did he get arrested, or what time he got out, or not necessarily arrested, but what time he got out, because I think she's trying to put the pieces together of him getting out and going right back to drinking. That is irresponsible, and that's trifling. And it doesn't align with the way that Maurice tries to present himself. You know what I'm saying? Just like Melody is trying to present that her concern, that her meeting up with Kimmy and Letitia is concern and, feedback for the party when you really just want the tea. You walking around here acting as if, we can't do this and that. But girl, you made a mistake, right? But then you go back to doing the same shit that you just got arrested for just a few hours ago. That when they say we too old to be doing shit like that, that's what they mean. We too old to be doing shit like that. You got in trouble the first time, you got out of jail, right? You probably gonna be okay. But then you go right back a few hours later doing the same thing your ass just got arrested for. Girl, allegedly. Anyways, she says, I checked in with Kimmy to see how she's doing because I know as a woman how it feels to be embarrassed. Let me just say, then this is why I did not agree with Melody. Please don't misconstrue what I'm about to say. I think that Maurice getting a DUI can be embarrassing to a certain degree for Kimmy. Do I think that if Kimmy was still working was she working at the hospital? I don't think she works anymore. I think she does like real estate. I don't know, girl. But let's say Kimmy had to go to work the next day. She's a nurse, right? I don't think Kimmy would be embarrassed to go to work. Would she be a little irritated that, girl, now that people know in Huntsville my husband got a DUI? Yes. Right? But it wouldn't stop my day to day. I'm still going to work. The people just know you got arrested. Quiet as it's kept. That ain't got shit to do with me. Now, Melody is trying to correlate what happened with her and Martell, the embarrassment that ensued after the cheatation with Martell, to the same thing with Kimmy. Kimmy, you would be stuck in the house. You would be embarrassed because your niggas out here, girl, prancing around another chick and getting her pregnant multiple times. You see what I'm saying? Like Melody trying to make it the same. Like I know she embarrassed because when we get embarrassed, no. Your embarrassment is completely different from Kimmy's embarrassment. Kimmy can still show her face and she won't be embarrassed. You can still show your face too, but you will be embarrassed too because everybody know your husband got another bitch pregnant. You see what I'm saying? Girl, it's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. If my husband got a DUI, I'm still going to work. I'm gonna be irritated, agitated, and frustrated, but I'm still going to work. Now, if I found out my husband had a girlfriend and had her pregnant, the girl might take a couple of days off PTO. Hey, God, I'm sick. I'm sick. Anyways, here we go. Melody's trying to make sure everybody else husband ain't shit either. I will say Melody wasn't lying. It did look okay. So she was telling Tisha. She said, "Tisha, did you see they said? Did you see they said? See, Melody, she do choose her words correctly. Did you see they said he had red lipstick on?" Tisha was like, "No, I will say Tisha did good." Melody was trying to draw Tisha in. It just goes to show that Melody thinks that Tisha is an idiot. Because why would you think that you could pull Tisha down to a restaurant and get any type of tea from her? Okay. You probably could have the first season, but girl, y'all been on reality TV too long. We can kiki and meet up and laugh, but girl, I know you for your work. So girl, I'm gonna get up and go. Thank you for the food though. Girl trying to get some tea out of me. Girl, I will say though, it did look like, girl, Melody wasn't lying. It did look like something red was on his lips. Now maybe it was some juice. Maybe he had just drunk some Kool-Aid, red. Maybe he had just drunk some Hawaiian punch. It did look like something red could have been right here. Now, whether it was lipstick or not, I don't know. But again, it just goes to show that now Melody, girl, she wants everybody else, man, to be a cheating ain't shit nigga. And Maurice might be. Mm. And then she calls Mel Investigator Mel. And then she said, y'all been investigating my life. And then Tisha said, no, you volunteered, girl. Let's get into it. Ain't nobody investigated your life, girl. You came on season 1, you and your husband, telling your business. Let me just say something. This is the thing about the girls on the show. And we're going to be fair. Melody and Martell, the show really was revolving around them for a very long time. It was really the Mel and Martell show. We have to be honest, right? But I don't think that takes away. In my honest opinion, I really do feel like the other couples have been transparent to a certain degree about their marriages. I do. When you really think about this, let me give y'all an example of what I'm saying. We see how Marceau and Tisha marriage, how they operate. We see the drama between. We saw the drama between Marceau and Miss Wanda. We heard. Now that's the thing. Listen, y'all probably didn't hear it. Did y'all hear when Tisha said in the jewelry store that pretty much they were about to get a divorce? I think I wrote it down. She said we had conversations about not being together. Marceau has said that too. The difference is they say it, but they don't harp on it. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not watching the show, if you're not paying attention, then you won't hear them say that pretty much we almost got a divorce. They're just not making it the focal. They're just not making it the focal point of the storyline. Where like Martell and Melody, girl, they made their whatever was going on with like they made that the storyline. But I think the girls they tell their business. I do. Even with Reese and Kimmy. I feel like I have an insight of what I see on television. I feel like I've gotten a glimpse into, oh, this is how their marriage works. Or girl, this or that. I don't think that it's just them not telling their business. Because Carlos King ain't going for that. One, Carlos King ain't gonna have you on his show without you telling your business. So that's one. We know that for a fact. The minute you stop telling your business, the minute your ass is gone. You see what happened to Destiny? They put her ass in timeout. Okay. But I think that Marceau and Tisha have been open enough about their marriage. I do. Do we know everything? No. But do we know some things? I think we know some things. Their marriage, their business, how Tisha is as a woman, a mother, how Marceau is as a man, a father, a husband. You see what I'm saying? We've gotten a glimpse into Kimmy and Maurice and Kiowa, his previous wife. But yes, Melody and Martell, girl, when nobody investigating your shit, y'all put y'all shit all the way out there. And then when you put it out there, girl, naturally people had questions. I'm just saying. Okay. Martell. Martell meets up with Destiny. Martell is Like Martell wants to be like a man's man. Like, I'm a man, right? Like Martell, they're the type of men on the show that don't say that they show emotion, right? Even though I think they think that emotion is just crying. When, girl, the way that Martell has been cutting up, at least this episode, Martell is an emotional person, but he won't look at it that way because it's anger. Okay. And they don't think anger is an emotion. Or they think that it doesn't make you weak. Crying makes you weak. Martell is bothered that, I guess, when the mess was going on with him and Melody, that no one really called to check up on him. He do be all over the place. So 1 minute I put 1 minute you want all the phone calls. I'm sorry, 1 minute you don't want all the phone calls, but the next you don't feel supported and they could have sent a text. Martell, just say my feelings were hurt. I know niggas don't talk like this. My feelings were hurt because I felt like, as friends, they would have at least called me to see what was going on. They would have called to at least get my side of the story. They would have at least sent a text message to see how you're doing. And because they didn't, that did bother me. But of course, Martell don't want to be, he don't want to, it don't bother me. It bother you, nigga, because they played the clip of you saying that you was pretty much bothered. Just say you were bothered. Chris goes to see Marceau. Marceau is pretty much done with Martell. He's giving Chris examples of Martell and his mouth being reckless. He calls your wife a side chick. No. We done already talked about Nell being a side chick. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that Nell knew she was a side chick, but Nell was a side chick. And it's because Chris made her one. Because what wasn't the story? I think a family member came out and talked about Chris and Nell, but I think Chris was married. Chris was married. And Nell didn't know that Chris was married. But once Nell found out that Chris was married, she cut it off. But I think they're also trying to say that Chris was even though Chris was married, he was going through a divorce or like separated. And then other people are saying, no, that's not true. He was cheating on his wife with Nell. So I don't know the story, but the fact of the matter, well, I ain't gonna say the fact. It sounds like even if Nell didn't know that she was a side chick, Chris put her in that position for people to call her side chick, because let's just call it a thing, whether you know or not. If the nigga is married and he dealing with you, you the side chick unknowingly, but you still a side chick. Okay. And then I guess whenever the divorce was finalized or whatever, they eventually got back together, and now Chris and Neil, whatever her name is, are married. And then he turned around and cheated on her. Girl, ain't that some bullshit? Girl, how you get them as how you lose them? Anyways, they still together though. Martell is talking to Destiny. Tisha accepts it. Basically accepts that I guess he cheated on that Martell cheated on her. Destiny said she told me it wasn't true. When I said Martell said girl. When Martell said girl, and then he laughed and he clapped his hands. I said, but Martell is on one today. Martell was cutting up this whole episode. Hey, he said girl. I said, no, that's right. And then he talks about how he was not charged with RP. Listen, I don't know the whole story. I did come back down here and I had to correct myself because it just was only fair. When the story first broke, I think a lot of us, we just saw DV harassment communication. And I'll be honest, when I saw DV, I was like, oh, absolutely not. But then come to find out, it wasn't like him punching somebody in their face. It was more so, I guess, threats via like cellular device. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess at some point, like he had sent a picture. I think Melody and him had made a video, and I think he sent the picture. But then also people are saying that other people saw the tape or saw the pictures. So I think that's where the RP comes in. But that's not, I don't think that's what he was charged with. Again, I don't know the whole story. At the end of the day, Martell, you did some shit you ain't had no business doing. That's just what it come down to. Trisha. Girl. Latricia get called into the principal's office. You know why? Latricia reminds me of a nigga. Latricia reminds me of a man. And I'm going to tell you why. Not physically. The way that she operates, the way that her mind works. For the most part, women do cheat. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Women are just smarter when it comes to cheating because they know they have a lot to lose. Men, they cheat. A lot of the times, women don't leave. The gays don't leave. Right? If a woman cheats, a woman knows that it's a good chance the nigga is gone. The percentage is higher. Now, I ain't got no data to back that up, but at least that's what I believe. I'll just say that. I believe that when a woman cheats, she knows that the nigga is probably out the door. A man knows that she probably gonna stick around. She'll just be mad for a couple of weeks. Whatever. She'll be over it. The way that Latricia has come into this show and the way that Latricia, I have to keep in mind that Latricia is not a good communicator. She's already let us know that. When I tell you, Melody had that lady looking crazy. I can't even put it on Melody, girl. Latricia was looking crazy the entire time she was in the principal's office. Latricia, girl, I know, like, it's like Latricia acts like, when I tell Latricia, she acts like a nigga, she looks like a nigga because it's like she's just winging it. Does that make sense? Like, it's not, she like not putting no time and thought into like what this is gonna be like, how this is gonna look, what my response is gonna be, girl, what questions could come up. Like, girl, it's actually just like, I don't know, it's just weird to me. So she meets up with Melody, right? And she starts off, I guess it got back to her that Melody didn't like the fact that she left and didn't say goodbye. So Latricia, she wants to get that out of the way, right? You know, I know I left, you know, she looking at the table and she's scared. Girl, what the fuck is you scared of Melody for, girl? Girl, all that body you got, all the muscles you got, girl, you could probably bash Melody head into the table and break it in half if you wanted to. What the hell are you looking at the table? Wow, girl, I was getting so irritated with Latricia. Girl, why are you acting like you scared? Girl, Melody can't do shit to you. Girl, she could. Girl, she could do something. She'll get Martell off the show. So clearly, she ain't got that much power. If the nigga who she can't stand is still on the show, Melody can't do nothing to you, but just get mad. Okay. But Latricia was scared, looking at the table, stuttering and shit, explaining why she left early, how everybody made it awkward. Can we just have some real talk? Shout out to Andrew Gabor. We got to be honest, y'all. Even for those who don't like Melody, Latricia should have told Melody prior to that trip or as soon as she landed that she had went over to Martell's house. I'm sorry. I'm not changing my mind on that. Girl, you know damn well. And Melody over here putting a timeline together. She basically letting you know, girl, Melody asking the questions, she already know the answer. When we ask the questions, bitch, we already know the answers. Okay? I'm just trying to see what you gonna say. Girl, I don't think Melody gives a damn about Latricia. I don't. I don't think she's bothered about Latricia going over to Martell's house because, like she said, girl, I wasn't there. Right? I think that if Melody, I saw some people saying that Melody needs to let the hurt go. She's still hurt. I don't think Melody, girl, I honestly don't think Melody gives a damn about Martell. Okay? I think that this was just her being messy and petty. But I don't think that she gives a damn about Martell, and I don't think she gives a damn about Latricia. Even if Latricia did have sex with Martell, she wouldn't give a damn. Because I think at this point, Melody probably knows that it was after she left the home. So, girl, I was out of there, right? Now, do we know that for a fact? No, because Latricia timeline be all over the place. But I don't think that. I think that if Melody really gave a damn about Latricia possibly having sex with Martell, she wouldn't have had that sit down with Latricia. She wouldn't have. If Melody gave a damn about Latricia possibly having sex with Martell, she wouldn't have sat down with no goddamn Latricia. Not no one-on-one. But I do think Latricia should have at least told her, hey, girl, I just want to let you know, I did go over to Martell's house. This was after you. You were not around, right? But I know this is going to come up because it's come up in conversation within the group before. And if it comes up tonight, that's what they're talking about. I think she really should have pulled Melody to the side and had the conversation on camera. It's weird that, and I think when Melody was trying to tell her, putting the timeline together of, oh, this is when I was on. Remember, she hosted a show on. Basically, I think Melody was trying to let her know, girl, don't lie, because you knew who I was. You knew who Martell was. You knew we had this show. So don't sit here and try to act like you didn't know who I was. I think that's what Melody's trying to get to. So, girl, just tell the truth. Girl, just tell the truth. This is when I left the house because I was still filming so and so and so and so. I left the house in April. When did you come over? Oh yeah, it was chilly outside. Now, girl, how the fuck you remember it was chilly outside, Latricia? Girl, do y'all remember the weather when y'all went and fucked the nigga? Okay, she said she ain't have sex with the nigga. But do y'all, girl, I don't be knowing, girl. When I go see a nigga, girl, the only time I'm gonna remember, okay, maybe you will remember. Okay, I guess if you went and saw somebody in the summertime, you would assume it was just hot. Okay, I guess never mind. Because I was about to say, Latricia, girl, it was chilly outside. Was it really chilly outside? Girl, you remember it being chilly outside in 2020? Okay, girl. Okay, girl. But she was trying like. I felt like Latricia looked a fool, and I think that was Melody's goal, to just be messy and petty and to make this lady look like a fool. I don't think she gives a damn about Latricia. Fuck it. Supposedly, we don't know. They said that nothing happened. Possibly having sex with Martell. I think that Melody just wanted her lick back because I think Melody probably felt foolish, right? Because this lady who is on this trip, nobody told me that she had some dealings with my ex-husband. So since she wanted to make me look like a fool, I'm gonna make her look like a fool back. It was just a get back lick. I'm not mad at it. Okay. Now, on the flip side, I try to look at both sides. On the flip side, Trisha, girl, you should have told Melody, one, when you got on the trip, and after that, you should have been done with it. Listen, I knew who you were. I knew who he was. I knew that y'all were not together. He invited me over to the house. Ain't shit happened. I'm done with it. Girl, what Dr. Jackie told Buffett at time at the table, I'm done. Okay? Girl, you let Melody sit there and really, 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 really press you about some shit that you said you ain't even did. Because if you ain't fucked the nigga like you said you ain't fucked the nigga, I'm not having a conversation about no nigga who ain't fucked. I told you I went over to his house. Now this is what Latricia looked crazy though, because as a grown ass woman who, when Martell was probably in his best shape, Martell don't need no motherfucking training tips from you. It's stuff like that. If Latricia just would have come out and said, listen, I was going through something. The nigga invited me over to work out. I knew he didn't want to work out. I wanted some sex. I was thinking he probably wanted some sex. That's why I went over. Nothing happened. It would have been much more believable. But because she been all over the place lying about this and saying this and the timeline ain't timelining. Now she said her and Ken wasn't really together at the time. I don't think she was, because I don't know, child. It's hard to keep up with Latricia. Girl, you should have sat down and thought about this. And you should have just told Melody, girl, look, I ain't fucked the nigga. I don't know what she want me to say. Now what house it was, I don't remember. What day it was, I don't remember. What month it was, I don't remember. I just know I didn't have sex with him. And she should have just left it at that. The more Latricia talked, the more she looked crazy. Girl, Melody said, "What house? What house? What road? How was the driveway?" It is what it is, girl. I told you, anytime Melody have conversations with, especially with the new girls, it really does look like a conversation between human resources and an employee. It pretty much gives Shawnee O'Neal and Basketball Wives. Anyways, this episode was cute. All right, y'all. Is that it? I hope that's it. Let me look over the notes real fast. You know, I always forget something. Girl, these reviews be an hour and 55 minutes long, and I always forget something. Always. Mm-hmm. 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 I checked in with Kimmy. This okay. Okay, I think that's it. Girl, that's gotta be it, girl. Girl, that gotta be it, girl. If I forgot something, we'll have to talk about it next week. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. This review was a fucking hour long. When I tell you I be running my goddamn mouth too much. Girl, I make myself sick. I do.